Hi, I'm back. So today is going to be heat treat day. I've got the knives ready. I've got the refractory cement on them so I can do my humons. And I had to. You got to make a knife to before you heat treat a knife, so you can make a knife later. Because once you heat treat it, drilling holes in the handles is not fun, especially in the hidden tang ones. You need to get them while they're soft, and I've got it kind of taped off so it'll be, or got the refractory cement on it so that it will go try to be soft around the transition between the blade and the handle, so that if anything ever happens, that it'll bend instead of breaking. You can fix a bent knife, you have to replace a broke knife. So anyway, that's what I've tried to on it. But as long as you use them for what they're intended to be used for, you should never have any problems. I mean, no twisting, no prying, or anything else like that. I learned my lesson on that with a knife I had last year that I broke a tip off, digging out an elk tooth. So anyway, a little prying, yes. A lot getting digging in and twisted, nah. They're not good for that. They're not screwdrivers. What I had a multi-tool in my backpack. I don't know why I didn't use it, but I didn't. Anyway, so let me get on this, and I hope that I got soft wire enough that I can string all this together instead of having to put it, as a little clip here and a little clip there and a little clip there. Here, my computer crashed, and when I got it back from the shop, my software was just, I had a shortcut on my browser, and that was it. The software was gone. I don't know what it was, but anyway, now, but I don't think since it's Christmas and everything, I think they're being swamped right now. I've tried to get the older version, my one I paid for, to try to get a link to it so I could put in my code and get it back on my computer, upgraded with Windows 10 instead of on 7. I had it on 7, and when the computer come back, it was on Windows 10. So anyway, hopefully I can get some semblance of it. If I can't, just bear with me, and it'll be a clip here and a clip there and a clip here and a clip there. But it's all, try to do it all today if I can. If I can get my little forge hot enough to do it. This would be its maiden voyage. I've burned it and let it cure a little bit, but this is a forge I made, and along with the burner and everything else. And I bought a 30-pound regulator and hose so I could go to it. But anyway, I've made the burner from scratch and done this, and I had a little, I guess it was what you'd call a small barbecue grill that I took it, that was rotten. So anyway, it was a small cheap one, but the legs and everything was still good on it, so I fixed it up and made a forge on top of it. And I've got magnets hung on the side of it so I can pull them out and test for the non-magnetism on them, for the magnetism to go away. Where the magnet don't stick to it anymore, then I'll know it's about the right temperature, maybe go a little bit hotter than that, so that so all of everything can be, the molecular properties of the metal can turn into little bitty tiny grains when I plunge it in the oil. So that's what you want, that martensite. Yeah, the smaller the grains, the tighter the knife, and more hard it is. Then I'll temper it for about 2 hours at 400 degrees. Probably do an hour and a half at 400 degrees, and then do another hour and a half at 400 degrees. Do it twice. Anyway, take some of that brittleness out of it, especially on the edge, because with the mones, you're trying to get the back of it softer than the edge. That gives you your pattern and your differential hardening. That way, it's really good in like swords and any kind of chopping device. Big knives, it's fantastic for that because it acts like a dead blow. It absorbs the shock instead of transferring it all the way through and finding a weak point, which all knives have one. I mean, I've not seen one yet that you couldn't break. I mean, unless you got a rubber one or whatever. But anyway, all knives have a weak point, and somewhere or another in there, when you hit it just right in the proper place, it will fail. I mean, there's some knives that's better and takes more pressure force to break. Yes, everything like it. But the Hamons that I put on there is cosmetic, and they do serve a purpose. Excuse me, because I'm not making any big choppers or anything else like that. The chemical etch on them helps them prevent rust. I've found my knife's 3 years old, and it's cut everything from potatoes to elk and all things in between, and it's still fine and everything. And I mean, of course, now I keep it clean, and then I'll oil it every once in a while. It's probably been oiled twice in its life since I've been using it. And anyways, so to get on with this, I've got the heat. I'll show you the forge here. I've just made it out of fire bricks and everything. So I'll light it off here in just a few minutes. And I forgot my piece of paper, but anyway, and I'm not brave enough to stick my hand in front of it with a lit match or a lighter, so I don't like being burnt. So anyway, let me go get a piece of paper, and I'll be right back and show you the forge. Okay, I'm back. Got paper in hand and everything. Actually, he did have paper. It's in my pocket. Stuck it in my back pocket instead of my front one. But anyway, now, I'll get on to showing you the forge. Let me move the camera, and I'll come right back to you. Okay, I'm back. I've made this just out of fire bricks. This is a piece of 3/4 inch pipe. It's got a nozzle on the inside, and I made everything except for the pipe and the fittings. I drilled out a bolt so I could get this thread so I could adapt to the 3/8 stuff right there. And I made the spider that holds everything. It was okay. It took about a day or so to make it. I just piddled around and done it. So anyway, I got the gas on, and I got another valve right there. Woo, boy, that sounds fast. Let me turn it down some. Excuse me for being in the shot. I want to light it. I don't want, woo, yeah. Don't want to blow everything away. All right. Still too much pressure. Doggone it. Still too much. Let me down. Try that now. Hopefully it'll work. Today's a good day to do it. It's cold. You're not gonna burn? Camera shy. Maybe I need to stick this in there further. Okay, it's not caught up yet. Okay. All right, I'll have to edit this out, or try to. Okay, I got it lit. I took it apart, got the spider webs out of the pipe, and it lit right up there after a minute or two. I decided I'd use a, excuse my headshot here, little bottle right here, to torch to get it lit. That way I can keep it lit longer than a piece of paper. But anyway, it's on, and I gotta give it time to warm up. So I'm gonna put this up there and let it do that. I don't have the pressure up on it too awful much. And hold on just a second, and let me take this off right here, and I'll show you that it is indeed lit. There's a blue flame back there at the back, and I hope this design forwards to do it. I mean, I've had it lit last year and going. I didn't actually forge anything or heat treat anything with it. I just seeing if it's working. So anyway, it does. So I'm gonna let it go. It'll take it probably an hour or so to warm up. Out here today, I'll put the when it gets all warmed up and everything here, about another hour or so, I'll turn the pressure on up here in a minute, get it a little hotter while it's going. But anyway, I was showing you, or I was telling you about, I've got a magnet right there on the side of it. It's just a speaker magnet and everything, but it's pretty accurate. So anyway, if I can take it to where it won't stick to that, and then quench it in the oil and everything, and I'll have some hard knives. Go back inside for a minute there. Yeah. Okay. Ease them back in there. I'll have to turn the radio off. I don't want Facebook to get me for having the radio on and playing uncopyrighted music. But anyway, there's the knives. I've got them. There's my little short ones, my little young bloods. That's what I'm gonna call them. Get the 3 little young bloods there. And then this one, these right here, are all got a couple of gut hook skinners there. Most of them's hidden tang. I got a couple of handled ones. It's got 3 handled ones here. Yeah, 3 handled ones. But the rest of them's all gonna be that. I'll take this outside in a little while and do it. So here's, like I said, I was doing the hamon on them, so they're getting dry, everything. So you got to get them. This one up here is actually it's a piece of Damascus steel that my son brought me. There's another one in here that I put a hamon on that I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I think it's this one, I think. And but anyway, we'll see how it turns out. These, if I can see which one it is, I'll just have to test on the tang right there and heat them up there and see what's going on. Test it, I done forgot. But anyway, here's my little bird and trout knife, and it's in handle number 3. Let me see, there's 2, there's 3, yes. Okay, it's going to be going into this handle right here. Everything, so I've still got to do some more grinding and filing on it, get some of these burrs, little rough stuff, and then I got to dye it before I put it all together. But I'm gonna dye this one. I have to. It's just been laying out in the elements too long. So anyway, when I found it, then this one right here is my clip point. They got the gun stock handle on them, and I don't know if I'll be putting wood on this one or buffalo horn. If I put buffalo horn on it, which is this right here, it will be a little bit short, so I'll have to just do it and leave the hole exposed and uncovered. But anyway, I got this from Culpeper and Company, exterior buffalo horn. Okay, now here's some more this is the interior buffalo horn, and yes, they scratched it up or scooped it up, or they did it in both places, same middle place. But anyway, must have been where they cut a layer above it and took it off. Anyway, don't matter. They still be good looking handles. Right here is some lace wood. Expensive stuff. Yes, got this from Bell Forest. And so now here's another one that I've got a commission on. He wanted wood, so this one is leopard wood. So anyway, got that. And yes, here's my gut hook skinner. This one's going to be the one that's going to get the wood on it. Right here, get the leopard wood on it. This right here. So yeah, that I showed you this one. Said I'll probably just put this. If I do, it will come approximately like that, maybe a little bit further back. And if I do decide to put that on there instead of wood, I'll reconfigure this end right here. May bring it up and make a glass breaker on the end of it. But anyway, they can grind it and that'll be fine. And then here is my drop point. It's just got my swell palm handle on it and everything. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to remove some of the metal out of it, or I thought I would, or anyway, if I don't, if I put buffalo horn on it, on this one, I'll probably drill it out to make it lighter. If I put wood on it, I probably won't. So anyway, then here's another little clip point. This one's probably the one or the other of them. I'll look at it, I'll test it. This one right here, yes, this one right here is the Damascus. So this one, and this one will be, that one has been through the heat process one time before and it didn't work. The back was, the back of it was hard, but the blade is soft. So I figured the different metals that they put in there, the metal, the interior metal of that may be a water hardening metal. If it is, that's what I'm going to try next. If it breaks, it breaks. I can do the handle with another one. And same way for this one. I'll put it in there and I'll drop it in the water too. But the rest of them will get in oil. So anyway, that's an update on everything, and I'll bring you back when the forge is all heated up and everything and ready to go. All right. Okay, I got the forge going now. I've got metal, got the knives in there, doing two at a time there and letting them heat up there, getting slow. And I was right. This little knife right here, my little bird and trout knife, it's made out of Damascus. I don't know if you can see it patterned or not. The sun's shining on me, but anyway, I'll show it to you after the ferric chloride etch there. But anyway, it's hard now. It is hard from one end to the other. So water was the thing on the Damascus. Let me show you how the forge is working now. Just have to bear with me here. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. I'll tell a photo. I'll get in here just in a minute there. Let it down some. And hopefully these right here will be all right. I got a left-handed glove, and I'm not left-handed. That's the reason I don't know why I tore my shoulder out like I did. Not being left-handed, I don't have a clue on that. But anyway, see what this does. Get me shot, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got them heated up. Turn the edges, the blade, to the corners, and turn the spine towards the center there. Let them heat up. You may heat up even faster now that I took the block off, the brick off there. But yeah, I'll have to look at them. I forget which one goes in the water and which one goes in the. I believe the one on the left goes in the water. So let's see what that does here in just a minute or two. And I'll come back to you when they're getting ready to come out. Well, one on the left looks like it might. I don't know. It's pretty close. What's loud is right here anyway. So let's put that brake back on there, right? I'll stick another in, I might as well. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Nope, wrong end. Wrong end. Wrong end. That's the reason I left that piece on there, so I know it's hot. That's the hot end. Oh, don't it? Well, if I hadn't had gloves. Anyway, that's how it's doing. You can sure get a lot more propane for $10 as you can the lump charcoal, lump hardwood charcoal. I think the last bag of it I bought was like $15 or $16, and it don't last like a gas. Once this gets hot, it's good for hours. I can turn it down, but I've got it bumped up there a little bit more. I drilled an air hole in the back of it to see if that'd help about it starting up. I don't know if it has, but it hadn't hurt it. It hadn't helped it on the heat up, so maybe it's just a little bit on the startup after I got it all cleaned out and everything. Spiders, they'll get everywhere. Everywhere. That's the first thing back after a forest fire. You walk through a burnt forest, you'll see spider webs everywhere. Where do they come from? I don't know. But anyway, I'll come back to you later on. Okay, I'm back. I got all the knives heat treated, and there they are with the fire scale on them. And like this. Hard. Hard, which is good. Okay, now comes to this. I've just wiped them off. Now I'm going to put them, fix them for stage 2 of hardening. And so bear with me, and we'll pan down here, and we will see if I can show you what I'm doing here. I know that my viewfinder's upside down. Okay. Well, okay. Right here is a cooler that I've got right there. with a garbage bag in. It's got a cold pack underneath it. But anyway, now I'll take all these knives right here and I'll put them inside of it. All of them. I've wiped them off from that and just took the fire, just wiped what fire scale it come off like that. Just put them in there. Got a dozen of them. So okay, this is step 2 on the hardening. I call hard as ice. Now, with all of these knives in here, we're going to put dry ice on them. But first, I'm going to put a transfer liquid on them, which is nothing more than marine RV antifreeze. Pour it on there. That's the reason they're in a plastic bag. Just put it there. You don't have to dilute it. It helps it transfer. So here it is. I went and got dry ice. And Penguin brand. Okay. This right here is -109. And it's going to boil and scream and holler and cry. Carry on. That's okay. It's about 10 pounds of it. Don't breathe this because it's carbon dioxide. And it is cold. Matter of fact, that hurt me. That hurt me. I'm supposed to do it with gloves on. Like an idiot. I'm not doing it. There we go. Got all the pieces in there. Like I said, it's about 10 pound ice there. And it'll just go over like that. Now you take this and you just roll it over here like this. Now, you don't want to breathe it. I don't think I got another cold pack anywhere. I don't think so. Let me look and see real quick. Well, never mind if I don't. Anyway, the cold goes down. So, the handles are made. So, yes, pan up here again. Me, ugly as I am. The handles is made. They're marked and everything. So all I got to do now is when they come out of that, I need to temper it for a day, twice. I'm going to do it about probably about 400 for an hour and a half twice, so for 3 hours. And then before we handle them up, we'll sand them up, clean them up real good. We'll do a rod test on them and make sure that the edge is going to hold. And it's not going to be either so brittle that it breaks or so soft that it stays deformed. What you want is just to roll it over the edge of it, so it'll just create a little hump in the edge and come right back. So hopefully, if this is what I do when I can get the when I can get the dry ice. Sometimes they don't have it and I have to wait a while on it before I make runs. But anyway, I'll put something over top of this to keep it from floating away there, the lid, and I'll look and see if I got another cold pack. If I do, the longer I can keep that minus 109 degrees on it, the better. It helps create the martensite and makes the grains really small. If you send them off to have them heat treated professionally, well, they will take them up and they'll hold them and soak them for about 20 minutes at the time. I do it. I try to soak them for about 5 or 10 minutes in that right there anyway. And but anyway, then they take them to a cryo and they drop them in liquid nitrogen. And that's 340 something degrees below zero. So, and you have to request that to not be done nowadays. I think Peterson does it. I think that's who it is that does all the other does a lot of the small batches, but they're expensive. I mean, unless you've got 10 or 12 knives or more going at one time, it's not worth it. Not to me anyway, because it costs you the same for one knife as it would for 10 or 15. It's that expensive to have it done. So, but anyway, like I said, they're professionals. They're set up to do it, and they do it on bulk scales. You know, they do a lot of knives and everything. And so I don't know if anybody does their own in-house hardening anymore. I don't know. I hadn't been into it that long to find out. But anyway, so if they do, let me know. I'm sure like to know that. If any of the knife companies out there do their own hardening. I mean, I'm talking about big knife companies like Cold Steel, Buck, Case, or if they farm it all out. So anyway, I'll come back to this probably. I'll check on these tomorrow. If it's still got ice on them, I'll leave them until that the antifreeze will gel, and it will come around them, and it makes sure that the heat that the cold gets transferred all the way through and around it and everything. So hopefully by this time tomorrow or later, or maybe even day after tomorrow, I think what's today, Tuesday, probably Thursday, I'll start putting handles on them in, if everything's good and I get them all tempered real good. All right, till next time, God bless.